picturesque Provo, Utah, LaBelle Edwards Stadium. A late season clash, week 13 here in our EA Sports college football coverage. The Red Raiders ready to kick it away first. And this game will start with a kickoff going out of bounds and give this offense tremendous opening field position. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Gonna run it. It's Martin. Oh, he's got some space. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. They're gonna ride this running back. Maybe some room here. Makes it past the marker. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. The run inside. It's Martin. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. A man still down after that last play. There is an injured BYU Cougar. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rule will get us up to date on his condition. Motion from the back. Back to throw. It's Bachmeier. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Could not make his way to the corner. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. And he had plenty of leg and kept it just straight enough to use that right upright to get it through. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. Coming out with it, it's Hudson. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Red Raiders offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Here's the big, dangerous tight end, Terrence Carter. And they're winning the last game. 4 catches, 3 of them going for touchdowns. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to him, and they'll knock him down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
I love the third down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Direct snap. It's Sticky. Looking for room at the 40. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Got enough for the first. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Now the pitch. There's a crease. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
Bring in the heat. And down he goes.
quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
He might want another play. Looking to pass. It's Hammond. It's complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolute shank. Missed it. So the score remains 3-0. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Tight end now in motion. Running inside. It's Martin. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. He wants to go deep. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The run inside. It's Martin. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt. He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Williams. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Give to the running back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On the snap, it's Sticky. He'll toss it. Finding some room. Pass the touchdown, Red Raiders! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This option play puts so much stress on a defense because if the pitch guy ends up getting the football, there's usually only one defender left to make the tackle. If that guy doesn't get him down, he's gone. And that's what you just saw in that play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Buckmeyer. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. With the catch, it's Martin. Pulled down for the tackle. And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. Quarterback keep. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, it's Buckmeyer. Gets it out quickly. There he goes! They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop and they'll mark it at the 39. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in from the Texas Tech sideline. Guys are really pumped up right now. Their 1-2 punch at running back has been proficient. The backup running back has really been the star of the show. He's in there now, and he has been eating all day. I expect them to give him more opportunities here as the game goes on. I'll keep you posted down here on the sideline. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On the direct snap, it's Dickey. Now the toss. He never had a chance, never came close to converting that 4th down. Great job by this defense. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Trying to set up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the 2nd down completion was anything but productive. 3rd and long coming up. Got it. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the 1st down. And let's see if they go for it here. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Might be calling a hot route. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Hammond. Under fire. And it's a sack. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got it way down the field. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looks as if he's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
The Red Raiders will hustle to the line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. To the air, it's Hammond. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Behind the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking for space. It's Sticky. Might have a chance. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Red Raiders back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The play action fake. Finds his tight end.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Running inside, it's Martin. Just burrowed right into the middle, and this clock keeps running here late in the second quarter. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's start with the Western Michigan Broncos taking on the Miami University Redhawks.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Coming out of the locker room at the half, the Red Raiders head coach told me they have to start the third quarter with a sense of urgency. On the road, backs against the wall with a hostile crowd. He said, we got to have more intensity. They did a good job in the first half, but this game is close, and they understand all of the playoff implications. They've got to be the best version of themselves here to start this third.
Holly, thank you. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Hammond. Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. And he's wrapped up. A solid return on the pick.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. To the air on second down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And that's frustrating for an offense, man, because you got great field position set up. You want to be aggressive. You want to take advantage of it. But in order to do that, the offensive line has to do their job. You've got to give your QB time. They don't do it. And back-to-back plays, they're going the completely wrong direction.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Takes the handoff. It's sticky. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The give to the back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. They'll try to run for it. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these runs.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. The Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. The offense goes back to work, and the defense is keeping them in it right now. They just really haven't gotten much done when they've had the football. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. He'll throw it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. The pick six, he takes it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts him on top 21-6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive. Read option right. This is a kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The run inside. It's Martin. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. Blasted as he lets it go. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And this is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lee. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech will start the drive, the offense ready to go. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs.
Looking long. Pulls it in down the middle. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33. And the Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. He gets away. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Red Raiders have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking for a man, it's Hammond. Rushes on him. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the 1st down. And the Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Has it! Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
On the direct snap, it's Dickey. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. You hate to see an injury any time. Holly's going to keep an eye on that and get us up to date on what the situation is. They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. He'll pitch it. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
Texas Tech, 28. BYU, 9.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Catch in the middle, it's Phillips.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big plays down a couple possessions.
Gonna take a shot. Goes high to pull it in. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. BYU right back to the line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Got it down the field. Runs through a man, he might have space. Touchdown, BYU! A great catch and run for 6.
And that's exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll start this drive going to the air. Swings it out to his running back. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll use a timeout here. 2:06 remaining on the clock. Of course, it stops again at the 2-minute mark.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Gonna run it. It's Dickey. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Sends it back in motion. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
To the air, it's Francis. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down and run. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. It's good, and that lead grows even. Sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There was some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.